Is the French interpreter there or not yet?
Warm greetings, everyone, and welcome to the UNDP Ocean Innovation Challenge, powering sustainable blue economies in small island developing states, or SIDS, and coastal least developed countries, or LDCs. My name is Callie Wielenturf, and I'm a marine conservation biologist, National Geographic explorer, and the founder of the Leatherback Project. We're thrilled to have you join us here today for this virtual side event at the UN SIDS4 conference, which centers on the important theme of charting the course toward resilient prosperity.
And I am Nitish Raghumandan, a researcher from Mauritius. I'm excited to co-host this event with Kali, and we are both proud to be UNDP Ocean Innovators ourselves.
As a marine conservation biologist, I've seen the vital role our oceans play in island communities. Yet these communities face unique challenges that threaten their prosperity. Today, we'll be celebrating the innovations that rise to meet these challenges head on.
And to kick off our event, we are honored to have a special message from Ambassador Peter Thompson, the UN Secretary General's Special Envoy for the Ocean.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, warm greetings to all, and many thanks to the organizers of this event and their erstwhile partners. Most of all, congratulations to all of the innovators who have undergone the OIC incubator since the first cohort was launched in 2021. We need people and organizations like yours, and I'll tell you why. The planetary ecosystem is changing fast, and that means big trouble for us all, unless we can urgently mitigate conditions, largely due to human activities since the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. Planet Earth is the hottest it's been for 100,000 years. This is having massive effects on the ocean. Coral is bleaching and dying. Marine heat waves and ocean dead zones are proliferating. Marine ecosystems are being disrupted, and sea levels are rising. When we say urgent mitigation, we mean rapid transition towards renewable energy and sustainable lifestyles. We mean we have to stop burning fossil fuels and face the fact that we have to move purposefully towards carbon dioxide removal and storage. It is said that knowledge without action is wastefulness, and that action without knowledge is foolishness. To act on the advice we've received from the very best of earth science, we know that there is no shortage of funding in this world for us to do the right thing. The oil and gas industry makes trillions of dollars in profits every year, and the IEA has reported that the same industry that has got us into our planetary crisis is only contributing 1% towards necessary transition to low-carbon alternatives. We know that hope grows with action, so we must act. We know that innovation is the genius of our species, so we must innovate. I applaud the UNDP Ocean Innovation Challenge for its role in identifying and supporting change makers. As a Fijian, I'm highly encouraged that SIDS are amongst these change makers, continuing our tradition of being at the forefront of building prosperous and sustainable blue economies. Through innovation, married to a commitment to ocean health, and based upon the tireless work of island and coastal communities, we will demonstrate to the world a respectful relationship with the ocean, one that conserves and only sustainably uses the ocean's resources. Let action, equity, and innovation be your catchwords in the struggle ahead. And I thank you for your attention.
Wow, thank you for that strong message of support, Ambassador Thompson. Now we'll hear from two distinguished ministers leading the way in ocean conservation and sustainable development in SIDS. The floor is yours, His Excellency Oumed Msadie from Comoros.
Le Comores se félicite de prendre part à ce sommet dont le thème.
The Comoros Islands are delighted to address the issue of today, the powering sustainable blue economy in SIDS and coastal LDCs. The Comoros Islands do consider that the blue economy does account a lot for the SIDS development. It should take a very important prevalence. In Comoros Islands, our resources, our fishing and farming industry are deeply related to the prosperity of the blue economy. We are in the front line of the climate change. The ocean rays, typhoons, and the whitening of corals are threatening our homes and our resources. Our economy depends deeply on fishing farms and ecotourism. All those points which are so important in the ocean environment. We need to find innovation means to protect our oceans. I am so proud to share the outcomes of the outcome project under the management of the UNDP in the Comoros Island. Thanks to relentless efforts, we have implemented a sustainable purchase of plastic waste, helping us to reduce waste, to protect our biodiversity, and to create green jobs. This project is improving our environment and changing our mindset and boosting our community to adopt a very sustainable approach. I am so grateful to the UNDP to believe in the Comoros Island people will to turn those innovation into tangible actions, and we do acknowledge the importance of the blue economy. Sustainable fishing farms, ecotourism, and coastal sustainable development can create jobs, diversify our economy, and foster our natural legacy. The initiatives like the integrative programs of Blue and Green Islands funded by the WMF are supporting the LDCs, coastal LDCs, to work toward the blue economy and are helping us to tackle the most urgent environment challenges. The ocean environment challenge is a great way to transfer towards sustainable economy. We are not isolated, though the challenges of my country are shared by other coastal LDCs. And the health of our oceans is a major concern on a global scale, asking for global solutions to create a better future for our planet. We need to work together to share our knowledges, skills, resources, and best practices. Comoros Islands are calling upon the partners and all the global stakeholders to invest in innovation, to invest in the LDC's innovation, to help us to strengthen our capacity to work for future projects where people and ocean can live together. By adopting this innovation, by fostering nature, we can create a resilient future for Comoros Islands and all the other coastal LDCs. The Green Pact should help us to better address our biodiversity and move towards the energy transfer, leading to the neutral footprint. And we hope that we will find great propositions and great recommendations to make this great endeavor a reality. And thank you very much for your attention.
And now let us welcome His Excellency Deepak Balgobin from Mauritius.
Excellencies, dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, all protocol observed. I am very delighted to address you as the Minister of Information Technology, Communication and Innovation of the Republic of Mauritius in the context of the virtual side event of the UN SIDS 4 Conference 2024. In particular, I wish to highlight how thanks to the opportunity offered to Mauritius by the UNDP's Ocean Innovation Challenge, we have been able to initiate a research project, namely NERUS, which is in line with the Blue Economy and Innovation Agenda of Mauritius. In the recent years, Mauritius has been at the forefront of pioneering initiatives that integrate sustainable development with technological advancement. You may be aware that in 2021, Mauritius became a newly spacefaring my ministry has been engaging into initiatives relating to how space and satellite technology can help Mauritius in its socio-economic development. In this context, in 2022, the NERUS project, proposed by the Surrey Space Center in collaboration with the MRIC, was selected as one of the ocean innovators under the UNDP second cohort of ocean innovators. This was a notable achievement as the NERUS project was selected globally for its suggested solution to accelerate progress towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goal SDG 14, with particular emphasis on sustainable fisheries and blue economy threatened by illegal, unreported, and unregulated IUU fishing. The Republic of Mauritius is, in fact, an ocean economy with a vast exclusive economic zone. Our EEZ is 2.4 million square kilometers of sea. The blue economy represents 14% of the country's GDP, with fishing as a major contributor. However, the economy is threatened by IUU fishing. Thus, monitoring maritime activity is of utmost priority for the Republic of Mauritius, and the right data is needed to build innovative marine surveillance solutions that offer accurate, timely, and actionable insights. The NERUS projects embodies the cutting-edge fusion of data analytics, machine learning, and satellite technology to provide a powerful tool for maritime surveillance and enforcement. NERUS aims to quantify the extent of IUU fishing, support local authorities in enforcing maritime laws, and contribute to the restoration of marine life and fish stocks in the EEZ of Mauritius. The project underscores the importance of accurate, timely, and actionable satellite data for effective maritime surveillance. The MRIC and the local stakeholders are currently exploring how to integrate NERUS into our maritime surveillance framework in order to improve the precision of our monitoring efforts, ensuring that our patrols and inspections are directed where they are needed most. Implementing the NERUS project in Mauritius not only embraces our national capabilities, but also aligns with international efforts to combat IUU fishing. As a member of regional and global maritime organizations, Mauritius can contribute valuable data and insight gained from NERUS to broader initiative, fostering greater collaboration and information sharing among nations. However, the success of this initiative relies on a multifaceted approach. It requires the commitment and cooperation of various stakeholders, including government agencies, fishing communities, research institutions, and international partners. Training and capacity building are essential to equip our enforcement personnel with the skills needed to leverage this advanced technology effectively, especially for a small country like Mauritius and for small island developing states. Let me conclude by thanking the UNDP Ocean Innovation Challenge and the Service Space Center for having significantly contributed to implementing the NERES project and for recognizing that knowledge exchange and technological advancement can meet challenges. It is the right support if the right support is obtained, small island development states like ours, like Comoros, like Mauritius, Seychelles, we can achieve a lot, especially at a time when we are facing numerous challenges specific to small islands like us. I thank you for your attention.
Finally, we have the UNDP administrator, Mr. Achim Steiner, who will share the UNDP's vision for empowering SIDS and coastal LDCs.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, it is a privilege to join this award ceremony for the United Nations Development Programme's Ocean Innovation Challenge. It takes place as we are seeing how communities in small island developing states, or SIDS as they're often called, are standing as a breakwater against the climate emergency. They bear witness to the devastating impacts of climate change on the health of our oceans and marine ecosystems, ranging from ocean warming to acidification to sea level rise. Heavily reliant on ocean resources, yet bearing minimal responsibility for emissions, SIDS confront a myriad of challenges, from the loss of lives and livelihoods to the degradation of ecosystems and biodiversity, and even forced displacement. Indeed, while communities in SIDS have remarkable tools and knowledge, they often do not have access to the means to scale solutions, including finance and technology. UNDP's Ocean Innovation Challenge aims to bridge this gap by identifying and scaling innovative approaches to ocean protection and restoration, helping to empower communities to define their own blue economy futures. This year's new cohort focuses on small island developing states and coastal and least developed countries. The innovators were selected from nearly 100 applications from startups, small and medium-sized enterprises, and NGOs. The winners we celebrate today bring fresh thinking and novel approaches to projects spanning aquaculture, solar technology for coastal livelihoods, nature-based tourism, and even robotic marine surveillance. In many ways, this is just the beginning. The winners will receive investment in their solutions and access to the Ocean Innovation Challenge Incubator for mentorship and support. Some of our previous winners are already scaling up solutions that advance the global goals. Take just one example. Consider the team at Fortuna Cools in the Philippines, who are upcycling waste coconut husks to insulate cooler boxes that keep fish fresher for longer and thereby improving sustainability and livelihoods. The project is now supporting over 1,000 farmer families, with the potential to be actually replicated elsewhere. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the United Nations Development Programme, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the Swedish International Development Cooperation Agency and the Norwegian Agency for Development Cooperation for their invaluable support and commitment to this challenge. Finally, let me also extend my warmest congratulations to all of you who are today's winners. To the assembled innovators, please continue to embrace the ebb and flow of innovation, for in the depth of your imagination and ingenuity lies the key to unlocking a brighter, a more resilient future for our oceans, islands, and our planet and communities. Thank you.
Thank you to our distinguished keynote speakers for their inspiring messages. A bit of housekeeping. I want to mention to our live audience that you can send greetings and questions in the Q&A box in the top right corner of the livecast page. Before we dive deeper into our programming, let's get to know our audience a little bit. Please take a moment to answer the poll on your screen and let us know which continent you're joining us from. To do so, please look at the chat in the Q&A box and click the Mentimeter link. You may need to actually copy and paste the link into your browser. Choose your answer, and please don't forget to hit the submit button.
So the question is, where are you joining us from? Okay, so we are going to give you a few seconds. Okay, so we have Asia, which is the most represented, then Africa and Europe, and also Latin America, the Caribbean, and Northern America.
Quite the range of places here with us today to talk about these important topics. And while we're at it, we'd also like to have some fun with a quick quiz about SIDS and coastal LDCs. The person who gets the highest points will get a shout out from us at the end.
So please type in your name and your city so we can recognize you. After choosing your answer, please don't forget to hit the submit button in the right corner of the screen.
Question 1. Which SID is the smallest by land area? It's Nauru, a tiny Pacific island nation just 21 square kilometers in size. This is only slightly larger than the Vatican, just for reference.
So now let's move to our question 2. Which is the largest by land area? Okay, so that would be Papua New Guinea, with a land area of nearly 463,000 square kilometers. That's roughly 15% bigger than the state of California.
And finally, which of the following groups of 3 coastal least developed countries are all facing significant ocean-related challenges? The answer is Haiti, Cambodia, and Bangladesh, which I see you got correct.
So let us congratulate our quick quiz winners. Okay, so we would like to congratulate Nicolas. Okay, and who's the second? The Hustler and Puffy. Okay, so congratulations to you all and thank you for participating. So small island developing states, that is SIDS, and least developed countries, LDCs, both face unique development challenges, particularly when it comes to their marine environments. SIDS, due to their small size and reliance on the ocean, are especially vulnerable to environmental shocks and need targeted support to protect their vital coastal resources. LDCs, often struggle with economic limitations and need help building capacity to sustainably manage their marine areas. Understanding these distinct needs is key to fostering resilient and thriving communities in both types of nations.
Next, let's take the time to watch the short film, SIDS Beyond the Postcard, which will take us on a journey to the heart of small island developing states. Prepare to delve deeper than the tourist brochures and discover the unique challenges and triumphs of these remarkable nations.
Paradise. But there's more to the story. These challenges impact our lives, our livelihoods, and our future. But we are fighting back. We are innovating. We are building a sustainable future. Support us in our fight for a healthy ocean and brighter future. Invest in sustainable solutions. Empower local communities.
Now, Kali, as fellow innovators, I'm curious, what has been the most surprising part of your journey?
You know, Nitish, I think it's been the power of collaboration. Witnessing communities, governments, universities, and organizations all coming together, united by a passion for our oceans, has been incredibly rewarding, and I'm encouraged by all that we can accomplish together.
Absolutely. For me, it was seeing how space-based technologies in Mauritius can have tangible impacts on our livelihoods, our economy, and the environment.
You know, that's the heart of the Ocean Innovation Challenge, turning local solutions into global progress. Let's meet some of the innovators who are making that happen. We have an exciting panel of experts from small island developing states ready to share their stories. Joining us as the moderator is none other than our UNDP Ocean Innovation Challenge Project Management Mentor, Ahmed Elsiab. And we have our fellow UNDP Ocean innovators, Dr. Vikram Bisonath, Engineer Maurice Gominho, Dr. Rafaela Guida, and Virginia Carvalho.
We also have Umil Huda Ismail Huda, Vera Hakim, and Afra Ismail. Over to Ahmed and the Ocean Innovators now.
Okay, thank you all, and thanks, Kali, and thank you for this and thanks for all our distinguished guests. And we will have the panel discussion now, and I will be the moderator for this session. And the first issue we will discuss about solid waste, specifically plastic waste, is one of the major environmental challenges facing SIDS countries. Comoros and Maldives are the two countries that we have innovators tackling this issue. So beyond the typical challenges of import reliance, waste transportation, and the fragmented volumes generated, what are two unique obstacles you have encountered in managing plastic waste in your SIDS context? How has your innovation helped address these specific issues? So let us hear first from Comoros.
Bonjour, moi c'est Madame Oubé Douda.
Hello,
Je suis
I am Mrs. Ube Duda. I'm
pour
coming from the
partager
Comoros
mon
Island.
expérience
I'm
sur
here to
au
share
Comores,
my
un des
experience
principaux défis
in
liés
the
à la gestion
Comoros
des déchets
Island.
et
One of the
le
main
système
challenges
de
as far as
collecte,
waste management is
transport et de
involved.
traitement
This is
des
collecting
déchets en
data,
raison
transporting,
notamment, bien sûr,
transporting and
d'une absence
collecting
de cadre
waste and
politique,
garbage due to a
d'investissement,
lack
de
of
financement
political will, lack
et
of
ainsi
funding
l'absence des
infrastructures
infrastructures
and the shortage and lack of appropriate
En effet,
infrastructures.
l'île de Moedi,
Indeed,
qui est
the
classée en
Moebi
réserve
Island,
biosphère par l'UNESCO,
classified as a
est confrontée
biosphere
à
within
cette
the UNESCO, is
critique
facing
situation.
a huge challenge
Le
of
problème de la
waste
gestion à
management.
Moedi est encore accentué
In
aussi par
the
la
island of
taille de
Moedi is
l'île
even
et
harsher given the
son
small
éloignement
size of the
des partenaires
island
internationaux.
and its
C'est
lack of
là où on
capacity
aura beaucoup plus de
to
défis.
get in touch
Et le
with the
projet
international markets. That's a
Ocean
major
Innovation
challenge.
Challenge, qui est
And
financé par
the
l'UNESCO,
Ocean Innovation
qui
Challenge
intervient à
funded
Moedi,
by the
nous a permis de mettre
UNDP
les bases d'un centre
help us
d'innovation
to set,
et de rachat
to
durable
pave the way
des
to
plastiques en
build
PET
a
et de paillettes
center
en aluminium,
to handle
notamment
PETs,
par le développement
aluminum
d'un plan de
cans,
gestion
and to
du centre
waste plastic
et
garbages.
aussi par l'acquisition des équipements de gestion
It
afin
has
de
also
réduire
helped us to
le volume
acquire
et de faciliter
infrastructures to
leur
mitigate the
transport.
volume of waste and to make transportation
Voilà, et le
easier.
projet aussi a également
The
travaillé
project
sur la conception d'un
has
modèle
also
économique
worked on
qui
shaping
peut
and designing an
potentiellement créer
economic
une
business
incitation
model
financière
to be
pour la
a
collecte et le
financial
recyclage des déchets
incentive for
au niveau
collecting
des communautés
and
locales,
processing
incluant
garbages within the local
commune de
communities.
Moedi.
I'm talking about the
Ce
commune
modèle
of
économique
Moheli.
constitue
This
un outil
business
très
model
important
is a very
dont l'île de
important tool
Moedi pourrait
in
se
the
doter
Moeli
et
Island,
ensuite être élargi au niveau
and
des
this could
autres
be
îles de l'archipel des
duplicated to the
Comores
other
pour
islands
gérer
within the Comoros
efficacement
Islands
les
to
déchets
better
plastiques
handle
déchets
the
de manière
plastic
générale et
waste
particulièrement les
and
déchets
especially the
plastiques et
plastic
les canettes.
garbage and cans.
Voilà. Bon, le financement suite à
The
cette étude, le
financing
financement
following
de la
this
gestion
survey,
qui ont été ressortis et peuvent être issus des écotaxes
fundings
appliquées au
could
niveau des
come
importations
from eco
de
taxes
plastique et
coming from
d'aluminium,
importations of
aussi les
plastics and
taxes
aluminium
vertes
and green
qui peuvent
taxes
être appliquées au niveau
that
des
could
voyageurs
be
ou des touristes.
leveraged
Et
on
ensuite,
passengers
entre
and
autres, des
tourists
redevances qui peuvent être prises au niveau
and
des
other
communes.
levies that could be
Ceci
mobilized
permettra
within
aussi de
communes and
régler le problème
municipalities. It
environnemental,
will be
non
very
seulement
important to
environnemental, mais
address the
nous avons aidé
environmental
à
challenge
l'activité
and to
économique et
foster
l'engagement.
economic resources
Voilà,
and
c'est en
boost
quelque
the
sorte
community involvement.
les
Sorry, Hona,
défis.
as we have limited time, we need
Mhm.
to. I wish to for our innovators to be precise on having the answers in 2 minutes maximum. Thank you for this, and let us hear from Afra. And please, Afra, be from Maldives to give us here his experience about the EPR system there, and please be very short because we have limited time. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ahmed. So in regards to your question, I think even for us, what you have asked is very also interesting because our geography poses the most unique challenge for us. We live and work in over 400 different islands that are including local islands as well as resorts. That means we need to have decentralized waste management on each and every one of these islands, as well as we need to have infrastructure that is centralized so that it can deal with some of the streams of waste, such as plastic and e-waste. So our innovation focused heavily on extended producer responsibility, and we developed a framework which is now integrated into our Waste Management Act that has become law in 2022. And part of that law is also mandates that there are regulations be drafted, and these regulations will hold producers accountable for the life cycle of their products, and it would reduce the burden that it has on these small island states. So we are continuing to work with the government by providing our technical support as well as input on the EPR regulations, and we are hoping that this framework will be the catalyst that also attracts investment into circular economy in the Maldives. Thank you.
Thank you, Afra. And this is actually, as you can see, these two models are helping institutionalizing the waste management in the government framework. Now we come up to the second question about the OIC supporting innovations, not only on institutional, as we mentioned, institutional capacity for ocean management, but also on state-of-the-art technologies for ocean protection and growth. Illegal and unregulated fishing is a serious problem, especially for small island nations. These countries have large marine areas to protect, but not always the resources to do that. It is like you are trying to guard a whole football field with just a few security guards. This is a major challenge for places like Mauritius, where illegal fishing threatens food security and livelihoods, as we heard from His Excellency the Minister. So Dr. Vikram from Mauritius, how crucial is a space-based maritime surveillance system for protecting your marine resources and economy? And could you share some figures on the impact of illegal fishing in your exclusive economic zone and how this technology can help mitigating that? The floor is yours.
Thank you, Ahmed. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, indeed, as you mentioned, we have a large exclusive economic zone. And as we entered in this new space era, and thanks to the Ocean Innovation Challenge help, we realized that space and satellite technology combined with the latest technologies can definitely help us in better monitoring our exclusive economic zone. So we have successfully developed the Nereus project, and we are now testing it with the local authorities here to try to have some ground truthing. In terms of figures, when throughout the project we realized that there are not so many figures available. So thanks to the collaboration with the Rafael and Soros Space Center, we sort of worked out with the help of our ministries what could be the potential benefits. So we realized that for every dollar that we invest into this new technology using satellite data to follow, monitor, there would be a revenue of $31. So with this argument, we are trying to get end user buy-in. So it's a long way, but I think thanks to the UNDP OIC, we've started it. And I would seize this opportunity to make an appeal for more of such funding collaboration from UNDP, because it helps us a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Vikram. And I think it's good that to know that every $1 we spend in this technology can save $31. So it's very, very economically viable, and we need to focus on this. Speaking about the digital technology, we also have another innovation with different aspect in Cape Verde. This innovation was targeting the wastewater treatment plants and the pollution coming from the wastewater treatment plants. So I would like to ask our representatives from Cape Verde, how did the digital technology piloted by Aqua and Silico innovation project transform wastewater treatment in Santa Catarina wastewater treatment plant? And what specific benefits did it bring to water quality, resources management, and local capacity? The floor is yours.
Muito bom dia. Eu também
Good
venho
morning, all. I come from a country that is very small, arid, that is Cabo Verde. And for us, it's extremely important to rule our waters so that our population can have drinkable water and water for the green spaces, to wash the streets, for agriculture, etc. Therefore, this project Pós-Value was born. This project developed a model of circular economy, namely in water and sanitation transformation. With this project, and directly talking about this water technology, it brought and revolutioned Santa Catarina and Santiago treatment stations, and that brought some gains because we have simulated digitally the results and we could optimize the project without attentives and errors that would be time and money consuming. That improved the quality of the water and promoted training to the communities and to the operators working in Santa Catarina plant. This project led to informed decisions, data-based, which is important because we have drinkable water and we cannot lose the nutrients. Especially, it helps us to manage the few resources that we have in a more efficient and resource and sustainable way. Thank you.
Thank you very much for this. And because of the limited time, let us be very efficient and have short answers. For concerning the government buy-in and country buy-in, it's important for innovations to seek the country and government buy-in. So I would like to ask Dr. Vikram and the representative from Cape Verde if they have any challenges trying to get the country buy-in from their local community and from the government representatives when implementing this innovation. So let us hear first from Dr. Vikram in one sentence, please. Okay.
Yes, yes, Ahmed. It was challenging for us to get end user buy-in, but fortunately, thanks to the convincing abilities of my colleague Dr. Guida through the very good results, we are able to talk to relevant authorities, and hopefully things will move in the positive direction.
Thank you. So can we hear also from our representative from Cape Verde?
Yes, yes. So hello, everyone. To be honest, at the beginning of the Pós-Value project, Upwater also encountered some skepticism about the technology potential. And we addressed this by focusing on adapting the Upwater implementation to the real needs of the wastewater management entities in Cape Verde. That at that moment, it was, as Engineer Marie said, staff empowerment, improve efficiency, better environmental outcomes, and also the recovery of water and fertilizers. Demonstrating the technology potential through the pilot that we had at Santa Catarina, and also involving the local wastewater technicians in the project activities were very fundamental in establishing trust and to garnering support as well.
Thank you. Thank you very much for this. And I think our innovators were efficient and succeed to get the country buy-in in the local communities because they involve and mainstream the project within the existing systems. We all know that OIC not only provide financial support to the innovators, we also provide service mentoring and support in project management, communication, and connecting to capital through the OIC incubator. So I would like to ask two of our innovators to give us their insights about this incubation and the importance of this incubation and whether they gain some benefits from this or not. So I would like to ask our innovators from, let us hear from first Afra from Maldives. In very short sentence, please.
Thank you, Ahmed. I think you've covered the main things that OIC has brought together, which was the research and also the mentorship that funded some of the work that we've done. I think one thing that you may have forgotten to mention is also the collaboration that OIC brought together. We did this project jointly with Adelphi in Germany and us based in the Maldives, and we managed to collaborate and work together across continents to make this happen. And I think that is one of the key things that OIC is bringing together, where we are bringing people together that has the technical capacity as well as the drive to get the things done. And that is the unique thing that OIC is bringing together. And I really, from the bottom of my heart, I thank OIC for this. Thank you.
Thank you, Afra. And now, Virginia, in 1 minute, did you get any benefits from OIC Incubator?
You already tell everything. I just want to point that, as you said, the OIC not only provide funding for us, but also guidance on the business aspects of our innovations for developing countries specifically. And of course, this helps us in communicating the value of our solution and also enhance the engagement with the local stakeholders and the community in Cape Verde as well.
Thank you, Virginia. And now come to the last question before closing this session. This question before we close, I would like for each of you to share in one sentence the ultimate goal of your innovations and the one which you have to realize this goal. And we will start with Comoros. One sentence. What is your wish?
Ok, le souhait des Comores, c'est de diminuer
My
le volume
wish
des
is
déchets
to
qui
mitigate
sont
the
déversés
volume
en
of
Côte
waste and
d'Ivoire,
garbage
dans le
which
milieu marin,
are
en
disseminated
impliquant
in
aussi
coastal areas
les
and in
communautés
oceans by
locales, le
involving
secteur
the
privé.
local communities and the private sector.
Thank you. For Aqua and Silico?
Our ultimate goal is to provide better wastewater management, guided, of course, by our upwater service that cuts pollution and enables the production of reclaimed water and the cycle of biofertilizers to meet quality standards for use and thereby reducing the dependence on scarce resources.
I would like to ask Dr. Rafaela from Surrey Space Center, who worked very closely with Vikram, and she was a team leader for this maritime space project. Please give us your insights. Dr. Rafaela, she's here. Oh, she lost connection. Maybe Dr. Vikram can speak on behalf of her.
Well, yes. So our really role dream is to see space and satellite technology be used together with the existing monitoring tools that and help our country sort of take most advantage of our own resources and reduce illegal fishing, but also to see this technology being spread to other SIDS like ourselves.
Thank you all. And now finally, Mr. Afra.
I want to see a world where circular economy is the cornerstone of all production and consumption. And I wish that we can use the Maldives, the brand Maldives, to attract private sector investments to rapidly scale and prototype innovation in the SIDS context, and also replicate that innovation in other SIDS countries.
Thank you, Afra. And now we have Dr. Rafaela with us. Can you give us your wish for this innovation? What is your future? Yes, please.
Thanks very much, Vikram, and sorry for the bad connection earlier.
No problem.
My ultimate goal, I imagine that Vikram might have already covered it, is that we really manage to fight illegal, unreported and regulated fishing, not only in the islands that are threatened, but at a global scale. And for this very ambitious goal, we need a lot of support, political will, and investment. Thanks very much, Ahmed.
Thank you. Thank you, and thanks for all our panelists. And I really enjoyed this section, and I would like to thank everybody. And now the floor back to you, Kali, and our friend from Mauritius. Sorry, yeah, back to you.
Wow, such incredible work. It's truly inspiring to see the dedication and ingenuity of these innovators. Their projects demonstrate that even in the face of significant challenges, SIDS are leading the way in sustainable ocean solutions. We'd also like, as a team, to express a heartfelt thank you to the UNDP country offices who have been supporting these ocean innovators in achieving their visions.
And also many thanks to our panelists for sharing their incredible work. It's clear that innovation is alive and well in SIDS. And it's clear that empowering local communities and investing in innovation is key to achieving a thriving blue economy for SIDS.
Absolutely. And as we heard, securing funding and support to scale up these solutions is crucial for lasting impact.
So let's explore how we can accelerate ocean innovation in these regions by tapping into funding opportunities and building sustainable partnerships.
We're excited to welcome our esteemed panelists for a fireside chat on investment landscapes and partnership avenues in the SIDS and coastal LDC blue economy space. We have Mary Matthews, UNDP Ocean Advisor, and our very own dear OIC Manager to moderate our panel today. Joining her are Johan Strid, Director of the Ocean Race, and Adam Thompson, Global Sustainable Finance and ESG Reporting Offering Leader at IBM. Welcome, and over to you.
It's great to be here today, and it's great to be here with our panelists. Let me go ahead and start and ask the first question to Johan with the Ocean Race. Johan, having witnessed the beauty and the challenges of coastal communities firsthand during your races, what specific blue economy sectors within SIDS and coastal LDCs do you see as ripe for investment and growth? And what factors make these sectors particularly promising?
Thank you, Mary, for the question. First of all, I think SIDS can really lead the way because SIDS in general have a moral authority when it comes to ocean matters in general. And I think that is the core to build the blue economy in the SIDS. The fact that these countries could be the arrowhead in developing a new relationship between the ocean and humanity, which is so much needed. I really do believe that they have an opportunity to explore that in an economical sense way. SIDS are at the ocean, and coastal areas are at the ocean. They have this relationship. And I think the key challenge is to translate that unique selling point into concrete actions into economic areas. Tourism is, of course, one obvious one, but I think it's also dangerous to develop an economy too much depending on tourism. It has also to be national sort of industries developed. And I think within tourism, sailing is one. Of course, we are a sailing race. We have a good cooperation with Cabo Verde, where we brought the ocean race for the first time to an LDC or SIDS to last year. It was a fantastic opportunity. I think it also pinpointed that in this cooperation, it's really important between the private sector and a country like this to have a strong self-esteem as a country and do believe in what they can deliver. I think also one key area here is to explore the existing entrepreneurs and innovators that exist in each country and build upon that. And also do that on an international scale. One of the key questions is how to attract blue capital in this. And I think it's important to do that from a position of strength. When we talk to Cabo Verde and are sort of evaluating what we've done and looking to the future, it's clear that Cabo Verde is a strong country with a strong sense of what is right and what is wrong and how they can grow their economy. And it's with that sort of meeting point we can join and discuss how we can secure economic development and use our platform to grow the economy there. There's a few key points I think is important in this, and that is to review national policies in the country, but based on this strong ocean agenda. I think that a sustainable blue economy in a SIDS or a coastal area has to build on the fact that the ocean is healthy and stays healthy. So that is important. And I think that is really important, because another point I have, which is not in opposition to this, is to review bureaucracy and customs and duties and so on to meet the needs of the market. But I would clearly stress not to do that at the cost of the ocean. It has to build upon the ocean to be sustainable. And also another thing that is so important, build your brand and widen the content of your brand and build in the special role for the ocean, for the relationship between humanity and the ocean that you have as a SIDS in the coastal area. So I think I stop there, Mary, and thank you for the question again.
Well, thank you. And, you know, Johan, it reminds me that we often hear the thought or the statement that SIDS are not small island developing states. They are actually large ocean developing states. And I think you've touched on that very well. Let me turn to Adam, and knowing that we all have collaborated together on this, I think Adam from the IBM Innovation Studio has some interesting thoughts. And my question for you, Adam, is in what ways can technological innovation really be a game changer for accelerating the blue economy in SIDS and coastal LDCs, while simultaneously building resilience to climate change and other environmental threats? Can you provide some specific examples, possibly?
Yeah, sure. And thank you for having me, and a great question. So I think that was obviously a multi-threaded question there, but to come specifically to some of the technological innovations and advances that we have right now. In the last couple of years alone, obviously there's been a large focus on artificial intelligence. There's been a large focus, obviously, on leveraging new data sources, whether it's from sensory data all the way through to geospatial data, amongst others. Where we are right now is really at a crossroad of how can we actually leverage that as a catalyst to move forward the blue economy and blue capital, and obviously the inclusiveness across at a global scale. So obviously, Johan touched upon a little bit in his response to the question that you posed to him around ecotourism, where we talk about the broader ecosystem services. And let me give you then one classic example, so around coral reefs then, and how that could obviously impact SIDS amongst others. So just to maybe contextualize, we all know that unfortunately climate change is here. It's very much paramount as to where we are right now. The situation is that sadly we've also lost 50% of the reefs, and we all know that they have a natural capacity, both in terms of not just economically, but obviously ecologically in terms of the fish stocks and obviously the livelihoods that obviously all of us depend on. We also understand in terms of when it talks about coastal erosion and also the prevention of damage caused by Hurricane 2 or Hurricane 5 sort of storms, and to give you a comparison of that, as about 20 to 25% destruction on Cat 2 versus 50 to 55% on Cat 5. And to put that into economical terms, that's about 300 billion worth of damage on coastal alone in the last decade. So when we start talking about solutions on technology, of course, it's holistic. So we look at how do we actually bring in nature-based solutions, whether it's artificial or equivalent reefs. We then look at how do we leverage that data to actually regenerate, obviously, the loss of the stocks. And actually, for those who aren't aware, over half of the drug and cancer research right now is all focused on maritime and obviously the reefs. So when you actually look at it more broadly cross-sector, beyond obviously nature as a service, but also how that actually implicates other technologies and other value streams, it's massive. The other part, I think, which is probably not technology per se, but technology has a fundamental role here, is obviously the new legislations on compliance. So when we talk about things around Task Force for Nature-Related Financial Disclosure, which for a lot, that might be acronym soup, this is actually where technology comes to the fore, because we're taking all that wealth of research and data that we've had over the last decades and actually making it transparent. So anybody who's a financial institution or a corporate or anybody who's working in non-for-profits, in that regards, we now actually see what is the ecological impact as well as economical impact as a result of their activities on the oceans. And I think that's huge because now we have a level playing field, but we can also be mindful as to where we put the investment, especially in terms of the broader blue economy.
Absolutely. And Adam, thank you so much for that. I think that you've touched on some really important points here. As the digital economy is developing so quickly, even the concept of blue economy is developing very quickly. And I know in our other session, we've got some examples of investments in SIDS that have balanced both nature conservation and sustainable economic, and lessons learned from that, as well as a very important issue of being able to measure the impacts of the investments towards creating sustainable economic opportunities that genuinely benefit the local communities, because local communities are actually part of the ocean ecosystem. As our very last one sentence answer for each of you, because we are a little short on time, from your unique perspectives, and this is a one sentence answer, so this is the tricky part. What advice would you give to SIDS and SIDS governments and innovators seeking to attract private sector investment for their blue economy solutions? And I'd like you to think about what key factors they should prioritize to make their projects more appealing to investors. Do you have any thoughts on that? And it's a quick, like, one sentence answer, and one sentence is less than one paragraph. Over to you. Johan, let's ask you, and then we'll hear from Adam.
Thank you. One sentence, I already used it. I think that the key issue here is to come with your proposal with a strong spirit and belief in what you can do, and also bring the position of being a small island development state or big ocean state. We are part of the solution as it is. So we have to develop the economy from that in order to create a healthy ocean, or safeguard and create a healthy ocean.
Excellent. Thank you. Adam, over to you.
I promise to keep it to one sentence. So as we've alluded to, the solutions already available are out there. I think my guidance would be really focused on the ecosystem. And by ecosystem, I mean partners that you wish to collaborate with to actually go to market, but also provide those solutions that you want for your own, obviously, location. I think that it's so paramount. There's such wealth out there. Find the right partners for you to work with and scale.
Absolutely. Great advice from everyone. And I'm hoping that all of our colleagues and our audience listening in will be able to accept these words of wisdom and go forward with them, because the time for us all to act is now. Thank you both so much for joining us. It's been absolutely delightful to get to have this conversation with you. And back over to Kelly.
Thank you, Mary, and thank you to our panelists for this enlightening and encouraging discussion. It's clear that there's a growing interest in investing in the blue economy, and we hope that this conversation sparks new collaborations and opportunities for our innovators. Just a quick announcement that we'll be extending our program by 5 to 10 minutes. To those who can stay, many thanks. And just to let you know that the live cast link will be available if you would like to share it with your friends and colleagues after the program.
Speaking of innovators, it's now time to introduce our newest cohort of Ocean Champions. We are thrilled to unveil the 13 innovative projects that have been selected for the 4th cohort of the Ocean Innovation Challenge. But first, let us hear some special messages from our catalytic funders, NORAD and Sida.
Here for this opportunity to join your excellencies, distinguished speakers and innovators, and all our viewers at home to celebrate the success of UNDP's Ocean Innovators, and to welcome aboard the new cohort of Ocean Innovators here. My name is Per Andreas Larsen, and I head the section for oceans in the Norwegian Agency for Development Cooperation, NORAD. Norway has supported this initiative from the beginning, and it's been inspiring to witness the creativity and impact it has fostered over the past 4 years. Norway has a deep and historical connection to the ocean. We understand its vital role in providing food, livelihoods, and economic prosperity, but we also recognize the urgent need for sustainable solutions for protection. Norway is dedicated to promoting healthy and clean oceans, sustainable value creation, and a more equitable ocean economy. Investing in innovation is key for achieving these goals. The Ocean Innovation Challenge is a great example of how we can foster ingenuity and drive progress towards SDG 14. By supporting entrepreneurs and local communities with funding, mentorship, and a platform for collaboration, the Ocean Innovation Challenge is empowering a new generation of ocean champions. We've seen the tangible impact of these projects in SIDS and LDCs, from reducing marine pollution to transforming fisheries management. These innovations are improving lives, protecting ecosystems, and creating a blueprint for a sustainable blue economy. The challenges facing our oceans are global, but the solutions can be found locally. We call on all stakeholders, government, businesses, and civil society to continue in supporting and scaling up these innovative approaches. We can unlock the full potential of the blue economy for SIDS and LDCs while ensuring a healthy ocean for generations to come. Collaboration, investment, and a commitment to sustainable practices will make it possible. Congratulations to all the ocean innovators and a warm welcome to the new SIDS and coastal LDC cohort. Your work is essential to building a resilient future for our planet and its people. Know that you have our support as you embark on this exciting journey. Thank you and good luck.
Your Excellencies, dear ocean innovators and friends, it's an honor to be part of today's UNDP Ocean Innovation Challenge event. At Sida and in Sweden, we are deeply committed to supporting a healthy and productive ocean, recognizing its fundamental role in achieving a sustainable and equitable future. The Ocean Innovation Challenge exemplifies this commitment. By empowering local innovators in SIDS and LDCs, the OIC is driving real change where it matters most. This approach aligns with Sida's priorities for climate resilient sustainable development. The new innovators you will meet today are developing locally led solutions that contribute to cleaner oceans, sustainable livelihoods, and the protection and restoration of marine ecosystems. We believe that investing in local knowledge and fostering innovative approaches is key to addressing complex ocean challenges. The OIC's work contributes to Sweden's goals to reduce climate impacts, promote sustainable production and consumption, and ensure healthier oceans and coasts. We are therefore proud to partner with UNDP on the OIC in supporting on innovative solutions that not only address environmental concerns, but also improve livelihoods and build resilience in some of the world's most vulnerable communities. I encourage you to learn more about their work, forge new partnerships, and join us in accelerating action for a healthier ocean. Thank you.
Thank you, Per Andreas and Ms. Maria, for those encouraging words and your continued support for ocean innovation. We share your excitement for these 13 trailblazing projects. Nitish, you're on mute.
Okay, please excuse me. So get ready to meet the next generation of ocean champions who are driving sustainable solutions and shaping a brighter future for our oceans. So Cohort 4 will be presented by Sida and Norad, UNDP's Head of Water and Ocean Governance.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. It's really great to see people joining from all across the world today. And greetings from the beautiful island of Antigua, where the SIDS 4 conference is well into its second day today. We're excited to unveil the next wave of ocean makers. This is the cohort of 13 innovators selected through the UNDP Ocean Innovation Challenge, which embodies our commitment to putting nature at the heart of development. Core tenet of UNDP's Nature Pledge. These innovators have focused their projects on sustainable fisheries, waste management, ecotourism, and community empowerment. And they not only tackle challenges, but also contribute to the global movement for a healthier planet through nature-based solutions. This aligns perfectly with UNDP's Nature Pledge and our Ocean Promise to empower 100 countries, including all small island developing states, in realizing the full potential of their blue economies. By supporting these innovators, we're investing in the health of our planet, the prosperity of our communities, and the future where both people and nature can thrive. These trailblazers emerged from a rigorous selection process, surpassing nearly 100 pre-screened proposals received from around the world, reflecting the rigorous criteria that we uphold to ensure real-world impact. They're designed to be gender mainstreaming, youth empowering, and potentially transformative, addressing a range of blue economy opportunities like sustainable fisheries, ecotourism, digital finance for coastal communities, and indigenous resource use. These projects will be implemented within SIDS and coastal LDCs, directly benefiting the communities most vulnerable to climate change and ocean degradation. With funding up to $40,000 and 6 months of intensive mentorship through the OIC incubator, these innovators are poised to create lasting change. They're not only vital for the future of our oceans, but also for sustainable development of small island developing states and least developed countries. They embody the spirit of collaboration, bringing together local communities, research institutions, and environmental organizations to safeguard our planet's precious marine ecosystems. So with that said, let's welcome the OIC Cohort 4, the next wave of ocean innovation focused on sustaining our beautiful blue economies. Thank you.
Wow, that video gave me so much hope for the future. As we've seen today, the spirit of innovation is alive and well in SIDS and coastal LDCs. The future of our oceans depends on empowering these bright minds with the resources and support that they need to scale their solutions.
Absolutely, Kali. Their passion, dedication, and ingenuity are truly inspiring. It's a reminder that even small islands and coastal communities can make a big difference for our planet.
And it's not just the innovators themselves, but also the next generation who are stepping up to protect our oceans. For those of you in St. John's, Antigua, and Barbuda for the SIDS 4, we invite you to connect with the UNDP team on the ground. They're showcasing exciting innovations, new initiatives, and hosting events throughout the conference.
And to our virtual audience and those in St. John's, we wish you a fruitful SIDS 4 conference filled with new partnerships and commitments to support our island communities. And now let's hear from some of these young voices as they share their hopes and dreams for a sustainable blue future.
Thank you all for joining us today.
And stay tuned for the inspiring messages from the young people of SIDS and LDCs. Goodbye.
Hi, my name is Jediah Mayers. I am from Inchmala Christchurch. I am one of the robot drivers. I love the fish, and the car reminds me of fish houses. I would like people to stop littering and keep the oceans clean so that the reef could stay healthy. I take trash out of the ocean and throw it in the garbage.
أنا وعي عندي 12 سنة وكيفسن دياكا أو أي دحر شغلي إذا بدأ وعنك صوت بحصلها كلونكا مركز صوت بحصل صوت أيام جيستا كدك وعم صوت أصوت أيام إلما ومارستا شغل بدأ أيام وجعلهاي شغلي إذا بدأ شخ كلمة ثانو خيرات كبدا وأخذتم بدأ نرشيدا أيام وجعلهاي.
My name is Ali Musa. I am Bachelor of Marine Science. I love ocean because ocean provides us the oxygen we breathe. Ocean also provides us seafood. I love seafood because it's delicious and healthy diet. The ocean is important. To protect the ocean, I participate in coastal cleanups, participate in campaigns against overfishing and illegal fishing, and also coastal greening through mangrove rights. Young people can be ocean leaders through building their knowledge and skills about the ocean and raising their awareness to protect marine resources.
I would like to raise awareness to protect our ocean. I love sea cricket and race.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am Joaquin from Sebastopol SSS. I'm going to talk on the impact of the ocean in our daily life. Subjects about the role in the daily life of Mauritian people. It is a source of living for many people, mainly in fishing, tourism, and shipping industry. It can also influence the climate of the island, and it is an important source of recreation and well-being. For the future, improve promoting awareness and educating the community on the importance of protecting and conserving our marine resources. This can be achieved by adopting environment-friendly practices such as fishing, responsibly controlling pollution, and improving our waste management. In doing so, we are ensuring a healthy and for future generations.
Bonjour, je me prends au nom de Shaibou. Je suis un habitant
I am Shaibo. I am living in Aldoros. When I was young, we managed to get some education, certification on water and ocean preservation, and we have enjoyed many awareness raising campaigns to understand the importance of the blue economy. I think that we need to train people on the water and the ocean environment.
Meu nome é Carmen Civani, estudante de Biologia Marinha natural de Gaza. O oceano impacta no meu cotidiano através dos recursos que ele me fornece.
Eu sou Suel Inroga, tenho 13 anos. O que eu faço para proteger o oceano é não deitar lixo no mar.
Meu nome é Naima Orlando, formada em Biologia e Extensão Pesqueira. O oceano tem um grande impacto naquilo que é meu cotidiano, pode ser meu local de trabalho.
Eu sou o Derso Ariel, tenho 14 anos. Por este meio, dizer que o que eu mais gosto no oceano é os peixes. Os peixes são bons.
Estou no meu caso, sou da cidade de Camã e sou docente e investigador. Os oceanos, pelo cotidiano no geral, são as fontes de muitos recursos que nós temos aqui para a vida do ser humano, tanto na questão de facilitação das comunicações e transporte, assim como também na disponibilidade do alimento aqui, principalmente das crianças.